Greetings tubies, fellow hikers, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try to get a really quick video in here, so I'm probably going to be talking really fast. I've only got about 8 minutes on my memory here that I can get this video in, and I really want to get it done tonight. I've tried several times in the past week or so, and it just keeps not working out for whatever reasons. Maybe I'm not meant to share this story, but I urge you to research Jefferson County, Kentucky, their history with the Goatman and Dogman sightings, as well as these sightings just through Kentucky in general. They're one of the #1 states for sightings, and you know, that may be for a reason. I'm actually starting to wonder if the national parks here, the Jefferson Forest and the Mammoth Caves National Park, aren't nothing but cryptid sanctuaries somewhere for these creatures to live in the wilderness and not be bothered. Maybe our government knows about it. But anyway, I had went camping at Mammoth Caves. Went 3 times last year for a week each time. And the second trip, we went to a lone trailhead all the way off to one side of the park by itself. No campground around, no horse trails, no hiking trails for that matter through this part of the woods at all, other than this one trail, White Oak Trailhead, straight from the road, straight to the river where the campsite's at. And that leaves a lot of land there with nothing in it, no trails or anything. The park has not developed it. And the area is called Goblin Knob, which I did not know until after the fact. But anyhow, me and my partner got to the trailhead. We were loaded down with gear, probably had a little bit too much. We were struggling a little bit. We got about a mile and a half into the trail, and things started getting weird. We started having just these strange vibes, and again, I'm trying to go really fast so I can get this video in, and I'm probably going to skip a lot of details, but to make a short story quicker, we both became very uncomfortable very quickly and realized that it was nothing of our own doing. You know, we were having a good time, we were in a good mood, we were really positive and upbeat. You know, we were taking safety breaks, if you know what I mean. So we were feeling good, and we couldn't put our finger on what the hell this strange feeling was. So we got to the trailhead, or we got to the campsite, you know, an hour later or whatever. We set up, you know, had our dinner, went through the, you know, the whole spiel or whatever, did our thing basically, and you know, the next 2 or 3 days, the same heavy feeling was upon us, like an anxiety, almost like an anxiety you couldn't get rid of, or you couldn't even understand why you were feeling that way. I mean, it's just your body's reaction to danger is really what it is your body and your mind is aware of danger that consciously you're not aware of it. Subconsciously you are. And you know, that's where that was coming from, but we didn't realize at the time that's, you know, that it was just a trigger from this being. But anyhow, every time we would leave our camp and go hiking in the woods and come back, there'd be strange tracks that weren't there before, and it would be like what looked like deer tracks at first to me, and dog prints. And we never heard a dog or anything like that. Definitely didn't hear any goats, which I found out later the prints were goat prints. They were not deer prints, they were goat prints. There is a distinct difference, and anybody can look that up on Google and tell the difference. So anyhow, these strange tracks were, you know, showing up around our camp, and I just kept telling myself, well, it's got to be a deer, and you know, maybe one of the farmers' dogs that lives, you know, 5 or 10 miles from here got out and found its way into the woods, or got away from a hiker, or, you know, something. It didn't make sense, but I tried to rationalize it, because hell, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. So I went to look for water on the 3rd or 4th day, and when I came back, my partner was all shaken up, my hiking partner was all shaken up, and she told me that she saw a gigantic deer the size of a horse standing in the middle of the trail at the top of the hill looking down at our campsite. And she said the damn thing was glowing, like glowing golden light. You know, that sounds crazy, and I know her pretty well, and I believed her, but I didn't believe her at the same time. But to make a long story short, because I'm running out of time here, We knew we were running out of water, and we searched and searched for a whole day, and we found water, but it was too far away to feasibly continue our camping trip. So we called for our ride and hiked back down the road to the trailhead. We took the trailhead straight back to our campsite, which took us an hour and a half. We were hoofing it, and packed our stuff up and came back down the trail, and the trail we just come up. And there were booby traps set up in the form of logs about this big around, down at ankle height, just up off the ground to where your foot would fit under it, but it would trip you. It would be held in place and it would trip you right on your face. So our light, we had headlights on, headlamps, and we were able to evade those, but it really made me feel like somebody was out there trying to hunt us or something. Why would somebody be trying to trip us, and how did these booby traps get set up here? We just came up the trail and there was nothing there. So anyway, we were about a mile from the trailhead in our ride, and we came around a corner and my partner hit one of the damn logs and tripped. And when she did, I reached out just like this, and grabbed her by the backpack and pulled her back to me so she didn't lose her footing. But when I did that, my head went to the side like that, and my headlamp shined right beside me. And there was fucking goat legs right there, the side of the trail. I could have reached out and touched it. It was not even 2 foot away from me. Muscular ass goat legs in my light. And I froze up for a second, and when I did, those goat legs hunkered down and jumped and just shot up into the air. Never heard it land, never heard it crash, nothing. I didn't tell my hiking partner what I saw because I didn't want to freak her out and get fucked up, and God only knows what happened if this thing was still there up in a tree fucking watching us or something. Who knows? But that's my crazy ass story. If it wasn't Goatman, I don't know what the fuck it was. Never found out about the dog prints. I did research and find out there's no goats anywhere around there, so it couldn't have been just a goat that wandered around our campsite every time we were gone, which doesn't make sense anyway. So you tell me what it is, but I'm about out of time here, so I'm going to cut this one short. That was my Goatman story that happened last August at Mammoth Caves National Park. Think what you want, but I went through it and I know it was real, so that's that. But anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button and comment below. Many blessings. Peace out.